Pack. As 2025 comes to a close, we are taking a look back at some of the biggest news stories that happened right here in the Heartland. Nikki Clark tells us about some of the changes we saw happen this year.
It's going to be a lot of fun for Sue and I to learn a new community, a new region, the people, the history, the food, the culture. That's very enticing to us.
A big change at Southeast Missouri State University in 2025 as the new president, Dr. Brad Hodson, was sworn in, replacing former president, Dr. Carlos Vargas.
Professionally, the opportunity to serve as a president, to lead an institution is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm just very thrilled to be here.
Ready? Yeah. We saw new developments at Cape Girardeau Regional Airport as community members boarded the inaugural flight to Dallas, Texas. The new flights mean travelers can now fly to 2 destinations from Cape Girardeau.
Having one huge hub in Chicago is tremendous, but now having 2, being able to get to DFW is absolutely amazing. From those 2 places, you can get anywhere in the world.
Flights out of CGI to Dallas will take place once a day, 5 days a week. In Marion, the airport got upgrades too. The new General Aviation Terminal has twice the amount of space of the previous building and features expanded public waiting and meeting areas.
It's a modern facility that provides the accommodations for aircraft owners, pilots, flight crews that come in.
The entire project costed around $4.6 million, with more than half being funded by the FAA and the rest with airport and IDOT funds.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you.
The Barkley Regional Airport Board in Paducah chose a new carrier. SkyWest Airlines will officially take over services on February 24th and offer 14 round-trip flights every week. The schedule includes a daily morning flight to Chicago and a daily afternoon flight to Houston. Officials say the United hubs will open Paducah to more than 270 destinations around the world. Welcome news in Carbondale as the popular bar Hangar 9 reopened under new ownership.
Carbondale really has a pretty exciting music scene going on locally, and we want to enhance that. We want to bring bands and different types of entertainment back to Carbondale and into the Strip, and that's what we're hearing from the other bar owners in town too, that they want more people just brought to the Strip, and we think we can be successful in doing that.
The new owners say they're renovating the site to increase capacity. Next summer, plans include updates to the stage with new lighting and sound systems. The owners say the goal is to offer entertainment options for everyone 18 to 80. An expansion at the Franklin County Jail and Sheriff's Office is designed to support Franklin County's emergency response and crisis communications activities.
Our goal and objectives of the project is that the information comes into a single location, it stays in that location, and is direct dispatched from that location.
The Kelso Solar Project worked to install close to 1 million solar panels across 2,500 acres of land and is expected to bring millions of dollars to Scott County.
It's estimated about $34 million over the life of the project. At the groundbreaking, one of the government officials said that our facility would increase the total revenue, tax revenue in the county by 10%.
A 150,000 square foot sports complex with indoor fields that can be used year-round is nearing completion in Marion.
We're just a couple months away from it being wrapped up. We've got, so far, there's 32 or 33 weekends out of next year already tournaments booked for the complex. So great progress, and we expect a lot of visitors next year.
With your year in review,